Now, after being told that he won the lottery jackpot, a Western Cape man peed all over the office floor of his boss of over 23 years and proceeded to take a dump on his boss's office desk before quitting his job on Friday morning. Now, when he went to go claim his winnings this morning, he found that he had never won anything. My apologies. The 42-year-old man who is now unemployed now faces charges of vandalism and other related criminal charges. Well, they say what goes around. Exactly.
Yeah.
What's good, people?
Welcome, everybody. Welcome back. Woo.
Welcome back.
We ran late because
we're in the studio.
Well, now I don't know which camera we're looking at. After what we've been separated
since COVID.
Since COVID, yeah. So we're finally out here so late to start the show.
Apple juice.
Apple juice. Cheers for a good show.
Oh,
I forgot how this tasted. Woo! All right.
We got a show for y'all tonight.
Yes, we do, and we're glad that our guest is here because we thought it was not going to happen. We were going to have to go about it and make our own shit up, but no. So, what do you say?
Let's jump into it.
Let's jump into it.
Cover. It's a lot to talk about. Very important. These members need to hear what's popping. So
let's just before we begin, let's just give them a quick little intro thing about the whole local. It seems that there was some kind of an argument between two TWU local, I'll say TW local members. Say two members, right?
Between an elected official and a member.
Okay. Well, its elected official wouldn't be a member also of TWU.
Yeah, but it's a differentiate the two.
Okay.
One is elected and one is just a regular member.
All right. So something happened. We've been seeing a couple of videos being posted up, and hopefully we could get to the middle of this. And we're gonna just bring our guests running. You want to bring it on me? I don't want to be like
she's no stranger to the show.
Nope.
You guys should know her. If you don't know her, I have no idea where the hell you've been. But
she'll give us a little. She'll set us up where she's been for a while.
Right. So without further ado,
Miss Evangeline Byars.
Well,
hi guys.
And we have too many cameras up there. you wanted more than two cameras.
Yeah. How you doing? You put us on.
There you go. Hey. Miss Byars, welcome back to Two Trends of Misfits. How you been?
I've been well. How have you been?
I'm here.
That's good.
Wait, you are muted.
I am?
How about now?
Can you hear me now?
We could hear you,
yes.
But now I'm worried that nobody else could hear you. Hold on, let's just. You have it on?
Yeah, let me see.
One person. Is it? Yeah, but we don't see her on there yet.
No, it's a delay.
Hello?
We're just waiting to see.
Okay.
See, we could hear her there, but let's make sure we hear when I threw the switch.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Byars, welcome back to Two Trends of Misfits. How you been?
I've been well. How are you?
Okay. All right, we're good now. We just have to wait for the delay to make sure that you come through. We don't want everybody miss what you have to say.
Okay.
So, Ms. Byars, just tell us quick, for those that haven't heard your senior, known you, which I'm be amazed that in the local, nobody would know who you are by now, but just give us a quick what you are or where have you been all this time? And
Okay.
then into, your title, all that stuff, all the good stuff.
Okay, my name is Evangeline Byars. I'm a train operator. I'm a member of TW Local 100 for 7 years. I ran for president in, what was that, 2022? Or was that 2021? I don't even remember. But it's 2021, 2022. That election year, I ran for president of Local 100. I was wrongfully disqualified, been challenging them in court. And that's basically it.
Okay, so anyways, it's good to have you back, and let's get right into it. What happened? Just tell us your story. Did something just happen at a train station between an elected official?
Okay, so
You got me close up again. Go ahead.
It's 2 days now. There was an incident at Bedford Park terminal on the D line. A union rep, VP Canela Gomez, along with another union representative named B. Davis, they went over to Bedford Park terminal for whatever reason. I have no clue why they were there. But they went there and apparently they had an altercation with conductor Tremel Thompson.
And what happened?
Well, the story that came out when we saw the report, on the STARS report, it was the union had called management and basically told them that that Tremel had swung on Canela and that they needed medical. They needed, medical to come and basically intervene. I mean, to medical to come and police to the scene, and that they were both supposed to be terminated.
Wow.
Medical for both?
Right. Well, the real issue at hand is, first of all, Canela knew that Tremel would be at that location. That's his work site. That's his work report location, right? The fact that he went there and to his work location, knowing that they don't get along, he made sure that he had somebody else with him, another union rep. Allegedly, what I've been told is that he, when he went into the room, he asked the person that was inside of the room with Mr. Thompson to leave the room if he didn't want to write a G2 to excuse himself from the room. The person got up and left. After that, Tremel winds up injured. He has a broken leg in 2 places. His leg is broken 2 places. And he has injuries to his face.
Wow. So,
which is inconsistent. Which is what I don't mean. Which is inconsistent. No, I wasn't there. No. This is what I've been told from a very reliable source, and his injuries are consistent with someone who was jumped, who was attacked. It's not consistent. Canela's not this big knockout guy, right? He's not gonna knock you out, break your leg, and all of this stuff at one time. Like, there would have to have been like a real fight to ensue in order for that to happen. It's more in line with the way it is. And also, Tremel, although he has a big mouth on his show, he's not like that in person. If you go into a crew room, anybody that works there, they can vouch for this. If you walk into a crew room and he's there, he's always by himself in a corner somewhere, or just sitting down looking at his phone. He's not that I'm a punch you in the face type of person, or what you see his personality is online. That's not his personality in person.
Right. So this is very disturbing because of the fact that you have an elected official fighting a union member.
Mm-hmm.
The optics of that is just terrible. So
Mm-hmm.
upcoming elections coming up, not election, contract negotiations. Um, we all know Jamel is. Like you said, some people like him, some people don't like him. We have respect for the guy. I've met him a couple of times, and he's always been respectful to me.
Mm-hmm.
I may not see eye to eye on some of the ways he tries to implement what he's doing,
Mm-hmm.
but I understand that what he is doing has always been to benefit the union members.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that said, the way that I'm hearing, there's a lot of hearsay going around, especially on social media. But the way that I'm hearing it, it sure sounds like that was a plan to get
Mm-hmm.
him ousted. Because whether you like him or not, Tramel has always gone against the union for things that need to be talked about. Frankly. And
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times they just don't like what he's saying.
Right.
And if you're a part of that union, he probably got under your skin more than once. And so I
Mm-hmm.
can see him having people against him. And the way they have people explaining the situation that happened, it really feels like that was a setup for him. And I'm not saying it is, 'cause I wasn't
No,
there. I don't know what happened.
let me tell you, I really believe it was. If you heard the live that I did last night, in my camp, in my team, we've made the decision that I'm not to go places alone. Okay, especially when it comes to the union, because it's not the first time that they've been aggressive towards me or hostile or putting you in a situation to where something could happen, right? And this is our job, first of all. So when I'm going to a union meeting, I'm not going there to fight. When I'm walking through a crew room, I'm not thinking somebody's going to come and break my leg or hit me or do something like that. I'm just at work, right? And the fact that our union had this thug gang thing going on with them, where they feel that they can, if their views don't align with yours, or if you say something about them that they don't like, then they have the right to put hands on you, set you up in a situation to where, you can be taken out in a sense, because if you fight or are arrested for fighting another worker or a union member, you can be terminated, right? So those are that's the crux of the matter. And this happened to me in October. I came from a union meeting. They did not like that I told everybody that nobody was in attendance at the union meeting, that you had about 10 union reps in the room and there was nobody present to attend this meeting. And because I told that and challenged the fact that one of the women that was there, her name is Denise Long, she is she's a conductor and she's an executive officer, was not representing a grievance that we had been working on. So so she was upset that that I said something about it. And her, Eric Logel, and Navia Luke decided that they were going to come and approach me. And in the process, the girl tells me she's going to take my phone and get in my video, and what she's going to do to me and all this other kind of stuff, right? So of course, I have to think, because now I'm like, this is not a conversation. This is going left real quick. Eric Logel, I said, are y'all running up on me? Is what this is supposed to be? Eric Logel turns and runs away, and leaves them there, and for me to have to deal with them. It spilled over. It was very loud. It was not a nice scene. I wound up having to go to the precinct and make a police report to cover myself in case they made up some false story and said I did things that I did not do, to report that they were the aggressors. They're the ones who confronted me. I didn't put my hands on anyone. Canilla even act like he was going to yoke me, right? And so this is the culture that they are implementing. If you saw the picture online, he has a picture circulating with him standing with members, employees of New York City Transit in full uniform in a fighting stance, right? As if it's funny that they're doing these things. No humility, no shamefacedness that this shouldn't have happened, this is wrong. And it's getting out of control. It really is getting out of the control. And the fact that New York City Transit has Canilla still there, still moving around, after going in a newspaper and admitting to fighting, violating the no fighting policy, the president of the union backing it up, whether they say Trammell swung or sucker punched him or not, that's their admission that there was an altercation that occurred on transit property and nobody's doing anything about it. You know,
both be taken out till
exactly. And the president of this union should be removed as well. How dare him go in a newspaper and talk about an incident he didn't even investigate?
I agree with that. I feel like him leaving a statement was really bad for the union.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, he should have said was, "I can't comment on an ongoing investigation," and left it at that. And
correct.
He actually, I mean, I've read the statement that he said, and it's like he just picked one side of the story. So
correct.
Honestly, it just feels like they left Trammell out to dry. And for him to be the head of the union to go against his own member is just completely fine. I don't care who was right, who's wrong. His answer should have been totally neutral and put nobody in the spotlight. And let that play out behind the scenes. I mean, he just fed into management. He fed into all the top brass and local to say that we have no unity. Well,
exactly.
You know, so how's he going to fix that?
Exactly.
Yeah, because now you just imagine how the public is looking at us now.
Exactly.
Even worse.
These guys are fighting amongst each other.
They don't care.
Good contract.
See, that's what happens when things are just handed to you. He didn't have to earn that position. He was just put there, right? You just put the worst of the worst, just sit him there. Whoever is going to acquiesce to whatever Yatano and them wanted, he was the man for it, and they set him there. And he's showing who he is right now, right? By doing that. Yeah. He should know better as somebody who is the president of TW Local 100.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't mind the bullying, the harshness, but I just don't like the fact that it's directed towards each other and not towards management.
Right.
If everybody got together, I think we said this a couple of times on the show. If all the factions that we have, the different factions we have for transit, if everybody got together and fought for the same cause, how powerful can this union be?
Mm-hmm. Well, it really seems
each of those, somebody's gonna want to be on top. Nobody's gonna want to say, "Let's be at an even plane." There's always going to be one or two that are going to want to lead that togetherness. And until everybody get over the high horse, everybody got to get over the high horse and just be in a plain level field and talk things out to work this union issues out.
Well, it seems really hopeful this time around. A lot of people are talking unity. There's been no pushback. No one said yes yet. No one said, yes, I'm going to do it. However, no one is close to it. And they're willing to sit down and have discussions. Where last time, people didn't want to talk. They were, from no side, right? Nobody wanted to have discussions. They just wanted to do what they wanted to do. And you see how that turned out. Now, we're in a different place. My focus, however, is on the membership. I'm not really concerned about who wants to be in what position or what they want to do. I need a strong membership because it's the members that have to vote and they have to understand why they're voting. Why are they getting involved? They need to understand their contract. We're losing. Not so much because of the members of the leadership. It's because the members can't hold them accountable because they don't know what to hold them accountable for. And that's the biggest problem, because you can't fight for something if you don't know what you're fighting for. I get my energy and my push because I know what I'm fighting for. I know that Canilla is wrong for knowing that they're trying to take away our seniority and pick rights in RTO and never meet with the membership at large or inform them, properly inform them, except it going around as a rumor that we were in on the verge of losing our pick rights and our seniority. And they've been coming for us in this way since the last contract, right? And so unless you're really engaged and informed, know the contract, know where to find these sections to understand it, then you don't know how to defend it. And that's what we're dealing with. So I'm making myself available on Saturdays. Anybody that want to come and study the contract, understand how our union functions and operate, they're welcome to come and attend and get ready.
So you have something going on this Saturday, don't you?
Yes, we have. It was supposed to be a very small meeting this Saturday to talk with some people, but because of after doing the video that I did yesterday, the response has been overwhelming. The members are stepping up. They're asking for their copies of the contract. They want to get involved. They want to know what do they have to do to get involved. They're tired. They're ready to shut it down. And we have to keep that type of position in poise, because if they take our pick rights and if they take our seniority for us, these trains should not be moving, right? And it's my every intention to ensure that this membership gets ready, because we are going to have to push back against transit.
So if they take away your pick rights, what exactly are you guys supposed to do?
That's just for the trains, right? That's just
But what that means is it makes us. This is not only something that is. This is not something that's only unique to RTO. This can happen in buses. This can happen anywhere. However, our department is going along with management. They didn't prepare for the grievance. They didn't do what they were supposed to do. We saw something similar happening in MAP Stoa and TA Surface, right? With this whole pick thing, and JP didn't file his on time, and Richard Yates and Richie Davis went ahead and did theirs, and what that all turned out to be. And so what transit wants is they want to make us subject to the crew office and to the dispatchers, right? That means that when you show up for work, you're like an at-will worker. They use you when they need you. They don't care about your seniority or your family life or what you have to do or how you've organized your life to be able to do this job and still have, your own life. They want you to be subject to them. They want a day to no longer constitute an 8-day work day. They want a work day to constitute 13 hours and 20 minutes. You work 3 days a week, and then you're subject to, if you want to do overtime or you need extra hours to make up the money you would have made had you just worked a regular day and did overtime, that will no longer be available to you. So they want us to work and they profit. However, we're the ones that suffer.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Do you have any plans to go against this?
Well, yeah. Now we're organizing around it. Now we're organizing around that and getting Canilla out of office. We want him out. Okay, he cannot be the VP of RTO and be attacking members. Right. Not only has he done this to Trammell, he's verbally accosted members on Facebook consistently. Have to be reprimanded about how he talks to people. He's very aggressive towards the membership, and this is a posture that cannot continue. He needs to be removed.
If this is true, I agree 100% with you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I could attest to some of the things that she's saying, because I've watched a couple of Canelo's live, and as an outsider looking in, I'm like, who You can't. This has nothing to do with Brooke and P. Anyway, but I'm like, who the fuck is he talking to?
Exactly.
It's like he's speaking to children. I'm like, is he talking to the members like that?
Mm-hmm.
There's at one point when I saw him, and this is me watching his live, and I saw him say he had members coming up to him. This is him saying, I had members coming up to me, asked about what happened, and they should have been at the fucking meeting. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
what? Like, why would you say that? As an elected official, you want members to come up to you. You want members to ask you, so you can give them the information they need straight from the horse's mouth. If they didn't make the meeting, there's all kinds of reasons that transit workers can't make meetings. That's why they have 2 meetings in a day, because
Exactly.
even that, a lot of people still can't make the meeting. There's plenty of reasons to keep people from a meeting. So that's why you have shop gates, you have shop stores, you have your social media sites and stuff like that. A lot of people have their WhatsApp groups where they put blasts out. You know, it's ways of getting out there. Not everybody can make a meeting, so it shouldn't be a surprise that a lot of people don't make the meeting. Why are you getting upset? If that upsets you as an elected official, you're in the wrong position.
First of all, even if you come to a meeting and he's there, he's never informed. He never has the contract. He doesn't know the rules. He doesn't take his time to do his due diligence and prepare. So he's just there. And when he sees, if you come in and he knows the people who are coming to ask, real questions and challenge what it is that he's doing, he automatically gets offensive. I'm leaving. I'm out of here. Or he walks back and forth and paces, and it's very just disrespectful. He does not know how to talk to people. I had to tell him one time, you're going to watch how you talk to me. You're not going to disrespect me. You're not going to keep disrespecting me. And he feels as if he can stay and do whatever he wants. And the fact that they called management in, into the situation with Trammell, that's a violation of the bylaws, right? We're not to take other members to management. We're supposed to settle our differences amongst ourselves. So I don't know how all of this is flying over, that everything that they've done that violates the bylaws, the fact that it's very clear that this looks like a setup.
Could it be because it was on MTA property? I mean, it's a fight that happened on MTA property, so MTA would have the right to step in.
Right. Well, Canilla's on union release right now, so they wouldn't be able to really do anything to him until he's off of release. I don't know exactly how that worked, but that's what I've been, told, that, it's going to take some time for the TA to get him because he's on union release. He's not on TA release. Therefore, if because of what he's done, he's released to the union. He's not actually in his job. However, I don't care about that. If the policy is you cannot fight, right? There's a zero tolerance for fighting and all of that other kind of stuff. Then if the trajectory is looking like, there's going to be people terminated, he needs to be in that number. He doesn't get to fight and get a pass, and everybody else has to be held, has to be fired or disciplined. He needs to be held to the same standard. And there's something, he admitted to it. So he admitted to it in the paper, so there needs to be something done.
And even more so that he's been elected by the employees. Like, it should be even more of a higher standard that he's held to.
Right. Now understand in my department, there's mixed feelings, right? Some people are like, oh, this should have happened to him. He deserved it. It's karma, this, that, and the other. Okay, I get it. However, I'm moving more on the side of right? As a person that is in power and authority and represents members, you cannot be fighting with them, right? You cannot walk into a crew room and if people are upset and yelling, you take your hand and punch them, or you set people up to get hurt, or you go into areas where you're not disliked by members and you take your goons with you and decide to break people up. That's not the way that we function. This is a brotherhood and a sisterhood. And even if we don't agree, we cannot resort to violence. This is our job. We're not in the street. It's nothing that you can do. You're really powerless, at that moment. I feel that way at work. I don't feel like if somebody walks up to me and do something that I have the right to be beating people up, right? Because there's a consequence for it. And so I'm not scared of them, or I'm not scared to defend myself, but I do not want to jeopardize my livelihood.
Right. So, I mean, let me say this. Because this is,
here we go. Let's
important.
do this right here.
Yeah. my computer's about to shut down. But it's about to shut down. You guys can still hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So, to your point, you were saying, right? Canelo Gomez is an elected official. I don't care how much you dislike a person. As an elected official, if you have something against somebody, let's just say that the two that's involved, Kamel and Tramel, even if they had bad blood, as an elected official, I feel that it's his job. Now, I don't know Canelo Gomez. I never met him. I don't know him. But I feel that as an elected official, it's his job. Yeah.
Can you hear us?
I hear you.
Okay. As an elected official, I feel like it's his job to try to find a way to connect with Tramel. He may not like what Tramel does, but again, Tramel's always trying to look out for the members. It might be something that he can actually use to help the members out at some point, and just push all his personal feelings aside and try to get information respectfully done from Tramel, and just leave it at that. Don't make it a personal issue, and I don't understand how he's fighting against him. I don't care. Even if he was there putting up posters and Tramel said something, you be the bigger man and you walk away from that. You don't engage in that. You don't fight a member. That just looks bad for everybody. Everybody involved. So, I mean, if you want to be in that position, you got to have thicker skin. Like I said, I don't know Canelo. I don't plan on try to speak for him or whatever. This is all the stuff that I'm hearing. So this is all hearsay to me. I've met Tramel more than once, and he's always been respectful to me. I went to his rally, one of the rallies that he threw for one of the members that got assaulted. I met him at the Barclays Center, and every time we engage, it's always been respectful. So, I mean, like I said, I don't always see eye to eye on what he sometimes is the way he goes about doing certain things, because I personally feel that it excludes everybody who's not black. So it kind of feels like if you're not black, you shouldn't be watching what he's talking about. But I know I don't know if he does that on purpose or not, but that's what it feels to me. So if I'm feeling that, I'm pretty sure there's other people out there that feel the same way. So certain things he might say, I'm like, oh, I guess I'm not including that. I switch off. I don't want to see it no more. But I still understand that his purpose is to bring the members together to have a better union. So I will always support that, no matter who's doing it. I don't care who's doing it. If it's going to benefit the members, I'm always going to be the person that supports that. And so I always give him that respect for that. And so for Canelo to be an elected official and fight against him, I don't care who started that. As the elected official, you're supposed to be the bigger person and walk away from that.
Yeah, he's not, but Tramel is not the only person that he's been like this towards,
Right, so why is he still in office?
Because
you're in the e-board. Can the e-board take people off?
Well, that's the thing. We have an e-board that is not functional, right? People see this release time thing is a very serious thing, right? And the lack of education is a very serious thing as well. The e-board is predominantly new. About 21 or between 17 and 21 seats are new on the e-board. One of the guys was fired, so they put somebody else. Somebody else just took that seat. But it's right between 17 and 21 people. However, the knowledge base of how to function and operate on the e-board is not there. They don't know how to exercise their executive privileges on the executive board. And because of that, it will be very, very hard to get them to bring back a decision where they bring him up on charges and have him removed from membership. It's going to take the members in RTO to file petitions and us to overwhelmingly put a vote of no confidence that they got to get him out, right? And they have to remove him. He needs to be removed. He should be resigning on his own, right? And so even though some people say, oh no, Tramel had it coming to him, no, you do not get to do that as the VP of the department. You got to go. That's it.
That's facts. That's straight facts. You know, I don't care how much you hate Tramel. I don't care about none of that.
No, it's still wrong. The whole thing is that someone who is in that position should not be touched. Even it doesn't matter if it's Tramel, anybody. You don't put your hands on any member.
That's just a bad look, period, for the union as a whole.
And just for that, I would like to see him out myself. I think he should deserve to be out.
Take that mentality and put it towards management where it belongs. Don't put it towards the members.
Exactly.
That don't make no sense.
Take that fight where it should be.
Listen, they broke the man legs in 2 places. That is
when you say they, what do you mean they?
Him and the guy Brian. I'm B. Davis. I don't know if his name is Brian Davis, but his last name is Davis. Him and the union rep that was there.
Yeah, allegedly.
We're saying allegedly.
Allegedly. They allegedly.
So allegedly 2 people jumped Tramel.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's cameras.
Right. Yeah,
So hopefully.
Yeah, that's true. Right?
Well, there's no cameras in our crew rooms.
No.
Of course not.
No, there's no cameras in there. So you're not gonna. It's the only people that can tell us what happened is Canilla and Tramel and the guy Davis.
So there were only 3 of them in there at that moment.
One.
Yeah.
2 against 1, and one has a bad rap. That's
right.
Yeah, that's
again. This is all alleged that they were the only 3 in the room. One other person that was in there, he left and walked out. And so
yeah, that sounds really, really fishy to me.
It sounds more like a setup. The more and more we hear about it.
Exactly. First of all, why was Canilla there? What are you there for?
Has he ever been there before?
Yeah, he's been to Bedford Park, but he's supposed to be preparing for a contract grievance. Why are you at Bedford Park at 8:00 at night on Tramel's tour when you know that he's going to be there? Why are you there?
Yeah, that's a little suspicious. I heard he was there putting up posters or something for the union.
No, please.
I mean, I don't know. It could be a possibility why he was there.
Even if he was there, he could go anywhere he want. People say that too. Oh, he could go anywhere he want. He can. But if you know you have a problem with somebody and you know they're going to be there, if you feel they're going to be saying things and things may happen, you have to have enough self-control.
Exactly.
If you put yourself in that environment with that person,
right, that
if they're talking crazy, that you can turn around and say, you know what, I'll just come back, and walk away.
I mean, it looks bad, and it doesn't matter
which way angle you're looking at.
Yeah, or even if it's transit, anywhere, any kind of work, any place that you work at, when you have somebody that is sitting at a higher position and hits an employee, it doesn't matter. You have a discussion, you have an argument with an employee, and you do that to them, it's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You are either the boss, whoever it is that's above you, should not be putting their hands on you.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I'm 2 people, that's I want to know how far this is gonna go.
You got a Facebook user saying he was jumped point blank. I mean, if you wasn't there, you can't really.
Yeah, I mean, there's too many stories out there.
But
eventually, I know that Tramel's going to tell his own story.
Tramel will throw himself against the wall and break his legs himself.
He's going to be on Facebook soon, doing his podcast, and he's going to explain everything. So we're going to be watching out for that to see.
Right, and again, I wanted to clarify too. I am not friends with Tramel. We're not friends.
Yeah, I heard your live debate not too long.
Yeah, we're not friends. We don't hang out with each other. We don't talk. He's made videos disparaging me, so this is not about friendship or or anything like that. This is about the fact that Canilla is out of control. right? And he cannot be attacking members and hitting people and being aggressive towards people and hurting people and injuring the members. So what if he comes around, we're supposed to watch what we say because he walk in the room.
Absolutely
We
not.
can't speak up because he's there.
Mm.
It's too much. So he got to go.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it's a blessing. I'm out of transit right now because I really will be starting some shit. Because
hopefully, Miss Byars will be one of those who's going to start some shit because, like you said, he might not be a friend of yours. You don't talk, whatever, but when it comes to this, he's still a member of our union, and all union members deserve to be respected.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. We all need to be respected. We fight against MTA for them disrespecting us, and we're gonna have one of our own come at our face and disrespect us. That's not right.
So just imagine right now, because the social media is flooded with everything, with all this, and people are hearing both sides of the story, and it doesn't matter what side they're hearing. All they're really seeing is the transit workers are fighting transit workers, right?
Yeah, it's going to go public. I mean, it already went public, so people are already going to be making their own assumptions. And this is why they don't get no good contracts. That's right. They can't get along.
Right. They can't even focus on the contract right now because they're infighting with each other.
Not even focusing on the contract. The contract is not a priority of this union. It's not a priority. The contract is up in May. Now they want to talk about.
Say what all this? MTA is probably just sitting back and just like.
They're just listen. It's not nothing that I'm saying is a secret. It's very obvious that they're not concerned about a contract. Okay, they haven't for years now. They show up to contract negotiations unprepared. They give back what's in the contract
and late.
Exactly.
This fight should have been started a long time ago. Not wait till we have just a couple of months left to say they're going to fight for a contract.
Exactly. What are you asking for?
That last meeting we just had. The last meeting we just had with what was it? Was it Tucson?
Tucson? No, not Tucson.
I'm saying Tucson. No, Tucson. Yeah, that's what we need right here.
Samuelson.
Was it Samuelson? The one that said
that? You mean
Utano? The one that said about the TA being broke?
Well, yeah,
that shows right there. Those are bad moves. That's a move against the membership also right there. That's a slap in the face against the membership.
He doesn't care. He's been in power 40 years. He walks away.
Something's going on there. Something's going on there.
The only way he could have made that
we're gonna get screwed again
is if he would have said, "Listen, the MTA is crying broke, but we don't care."
There we go.
We want.
Everybody would have stood up.
Yeah, that's how you make that better.
Yeah, but we don't care.
It don't matter. I mean, look what the last couple of years
they fatten their pockets.
Transit workers haven't proven their worth in the last couple of years with COVID and all that. What's it going to take?
Exactly.
We had almost 200 members die.
More than any other.
And most of that is
city.
In part from the neglect from the management, forcing the members to work, forcing the members not to wear masks, not even allowing them to get masks when they asking for it.
Yep.
And I'm saying, people are saying it.
But it was in our depot. They had signs saying not to give us any masks, that they were only for maintenance. And I was one of them that said, I'm going to wear my mask.
Yeah, and I was on the sideline saying, I wouldn't give a fuck what transit say. I'll put a mask on. You could. That was one of those
because they didn't want to start no panic.
No, that was one of those situations where you ask for forgiveness later. Forget asking for permission. Just ask for forgiveness later because way past
our union did not care that we were dying. We had executive board members to perish. Right. Okay, they cared less. They voted to keep us that you could not be forgiven if you missed dues payments and you had COVID and you were out due to COVID. They wouldn't even forgive you of your dues payment. So people died in bad standing, right?
Yeah. So one question here on screen. I mean,
what can we do as members to get him out? We have to circulate a petition. Everybody has to sign it. There's also the power of the recall. We can have a meeting to have him recalled. There's a few things. I'm going to prepare for it to give you all of the options on Saturday. By Monday, we'll be ready to roll out the petition and get him out of here. He got to go.
Okay, that sounds like a plan, at least.
And yeah, I mean, shouldn't we? I'm hoping we should still hear his side.
Well, ask him to come on. He'll come on. He'll be more than happy to come on here and be very arrogant and act like he's doing something. He'll be more than happy.
If he gets arrogant, he's just gonna be talking to nobody because his mic would just be muted, and that's it. I mean, we invite you to the show. We give you respect. We expect you to also show us respect. Just like I'll tell you right now, there was people that were texting me saying that they wanted to ask questions to you, and I knew they were gonna be negative questions. So all I said is you could ask whatever questions you want, as long as you keep them respectful and professional. Because the truth is, we don't bring anybody here
to sandbag them.
And that's one of the things when we had the VP JP on.
The VP
they thought that they were coming on to get sandbagged. I said, no, that's not what we're about. You know, so it doesn't matter. Even if we don't agree with what you're saying, if you're here, keep it professional, and that's how we do.
Listen, it's no secret that I'm running for president of TWU.
You are?
Of course I am. And it's no secret. So I'm not, and people can ask me anything that they want. I'm never going to get upset.
How's that looking? How's that looking? What kind of input are you getting from the people as you tell them this?
Oh, the only reason why I can say it with such confidence is because I have the people. You know, I'm not concerned about the people that want to run so much as I'm concerned as the members being prepared to be able to vote. They have to elect me and get me in.
So let me ask you, what do you think happened the last time? Because there was a lot of people rooting for you. What do you think happened the last time you was running that you didn't get it?
Well, I never got to run. Remember, they disqualified me.
Disqualified.
They disqualified me, so I never got the opportunity to run. And so they changed the rules in the middle of the election. So with all of those things against me, I was never able to run. However, sometimes when things look like it's a bad thing that's happening, sometimes it's good because now I'm in a much better position to be able to come and take the whole thing.
Yep, exactly. That will be
the
history,
first
wouldn't it?
Female Black woman
to run a union.
To run the
you ready for
local.
that?
I'm very prepared. Right now,
do you have your team or not yet?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we're building.
Okay.
My focus is this.
Anybody else running that you could say right now?
Well, I can't say who's doing what, right?
But are there other people running for president besides you?
I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody that's running right now, but so far I know that's my intention.
I'm going to take it off?
Yeah.
Oh, I did that. I'm sorry.
No, I did that before my shit cut off.
Somebody asked the bus drivers sign to what?
Yeah, I put it up. That's one.
Oh, where was it? This one?
Yeah.
Can bus operators sign it to even though he's with trains?
So I guess
everybody, the whole entire union can move to get him out.
It's a union move, correct?
It's a union move. This is not about department. The whole entire union can move to get him out.
Here's somebody saying something about you.
That's it.
We don't know who it is, but
MOW loves me.
Facebook user.
Let me tell you one thing. The reason why I know that I have a very good chance. Nobody can out campaign me. There's been nobody to show up with a message like I have. And I've gone in and I've met and sat and talked with the workers. I know the pulse. I have the pulse of the membership. Okay. I know what's happening. I know my contract. I know what's going on. I'm not scared. And so those are the characteristics and attributes of the leadership that is needed at Local 100. And that department that just came up that said MOW loves her is contracted out. everybody thought because Yatano was from MOW that department was taken care of. It is not. Every section of MOW, their work is contracted out. If you walk in Coney Island Yard right now, you do not see transit vests. All you see is contractor vests. They are heavily disciplined in MOW. And so when you don't know and you haven't been around and talked to the people, then you don't know what's going on. But if you go into that department, they're suffering.
Oh, that's just sucks. That sucks.
Yeah, I had some questions that I just blacked out. I just blanked out.
I apologize. My computer just died on me.
Yeah, folks. I mean, this is like we said, this is the first time since 2020
since COVID struck
that we're actually together in the same place. So we figured we're here. Let's try this out. And the whole setting everything up was a headache because it was like trying to.
First time y'all back together since 2020. You haven't been
since 2020. When COVID hit us in March, that everybody was not, staying away and everything. At that point, we were just doing the show, him from his house, me from mine.
Oh, okay.
So this is the first time that we
got
together to do it here. Yeah. And it was putting everything together. It was like,
well, you've seen the setup before, so
you've seen the setup, but it was like, again with the wires, like what goes here, what goes there. Then somebody around here forgot
my charger,
his laptop charger, and that's why everything went off before we were talking. But
shut down.
Now that you said the person wanted to ask me questions, I'm like eager to know what did they want to say.
Well, put up.
They didn't say
your social media. I know you got your TW versus what's it called again?
The MTA.
MTA.
Well, I'm more on I'm more on my personal page and Evangeline Byars for president of TW Local 100.
Okay, so you that are listening, the one that wanted to come on and ask Evangeline Byars some questions, you could go on her page.
Evangeline Byars.
Right, Evangeline Byars on Facebook, or you can get me on Instagram. Instagram at I am Evangeline Byars.
Wait, you want too fast. I am. It's all together, Evangeline Byars.
Yeah, I am Evangeline. Mm-hmm.
Byars?
No, just I am Evangeline.
That's on Instagram.
I think it's I am Evangeline.
You think?
I think that's it.
Okay, so that's one. That's one. And what's the other one?
Evangeline Byars on Facebook.
And also for you guys that's listening, her page is not only just for her running for president. She puts a lot of information about the job on there also.
Mm-hmm.
So you get a lot of good information. You can do some networking also while you're there. So it's a good page to go to. So there you go. Take it down right there. Facebook.
Yeah.
So they can contact me. I'm very open.
Oh, how do we fix this?
You got to do a new one.
All right. No, right here. Hold on.
I
hit it twice. Facebook. You screw up all the time, so. Yo, Mr. You can't even spell. Where is it? All right, here we go.
I got to get on you when you mess up, man.
Yeah, I know.
Real quick,
all right, we got you now, right? I am Evangeline.
On Instagram.
Evangeline Byars on Facebook. Any Twitter account?
Evangeline Byars, same thing.
Okay. Nah, I'm not typing that. Evangeline Byars on it. And let's hope that we could hear more about what's going on with Tramel. We wish him well. I know that he's in the hospital or he's out already.
I know he had surgery today. I don't know if he's out
so he has
or not.
surgery.
Mm-hmm.
So I see a suit coming, I think.
Mm-hmm. And he can sue the union too. He also can sue the union. Yes, he can. And I think the membership needs to sue
him. Can he sue him?
He can sue Canelo too. Mm-hmm. He can sue him direct.
Wow. This is going to get uglier before it gets better then.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hope all this gets fixed up before negotiations. You know, they should be starting
and,
already.
and mind you, during negotiations, they were already talking about a strike, and that I don't see that happening. I don't see enough collectiveness.
The membership is not ready to strike.
Yeah.
However, we can get ready because they need to understand their rights. We're constantly told that we cannot strike because of the Taylor law. Right?
What are some of the things that the union members should be doing right now to prepare for maybe an upcoming strike that might happen?
Overtime, save some money, bro.
Save some money, put your money up.
Overtime, save some money. Be prepared, because when we go on strike, we don't know how long it'll be. The last time in 2005 was 3 days, and I was hurting. It was just those 3 days.
Well, that was a strike that was called by the union. This is a member strike. This is a member-led strike.
I mean, we could have done this back with COVID too.
Well, this is the thing. We have right now. It's almost like we're being taxed without representation, right? It's taxation without representation. We pay dues. We show up to hearings. There's no representation. We're constantly being sold out to management. It's about time that the members shut it down. Go on a strike. Make the MTA start to respect us. Let the union get sanctioned. Let them take our assets, shut down 195 Montague Street, and make the union reps have to do real work. Let them have to come out to the crew rooms and collect union dues and do what they got to do to represent us the old-fashioned way, right? There was a time when y'all didn't have dues check off, and the union had to come out, collect money, make sure that they were representing you so that you would pay your dues. So, and at that time, from my research and what I know of it, the union had 85% was at 85% rate of dues being paid directly by the membership. However, right now with dues checkoff, money is just coming to them, and they don't have to do anything. They don't even come to work. Richie Davis had to put out a notice that they had to start coming in. Right? Which shows you they're not there. They're not taking care of the membership. They're not doing anything. And it shows in what's happening to us. In every department in the MTA, in New York City Transit, there is our jobs are all being decimated. Look what they just did to the stations department. Look what they did to MOW. If you go into Coney Island Yard right now, if you think I'm lying, just drive your car into Coney Island Yard, show your pass, and all you're going to see is contractors working. You're going to see no MTA vests, okay? In the CED, car equipment, their work has been contracted out. The cleaners' work has been contracted out. This is an open shop now, which is supposed to be a closed shop. We no longer have exclusive work. You got security agents, security guards doing the jobs of TTPAs. So the union has already violated our contract. They violated everything. So what are we really paying them for? We need to shut it down. Shut it down.
All right. And with that said, you're ready to end the show, but I wanted to show you one more question that somebody posted, and you answered that, and we'll bid everybody goodbye from there. Where is it?
Speaking of Coney Island Yard, we was there last Sunday at Stillwell. But we're gonna bring that up next week.
Yeah,
exactly what we did, what we was doing over there. We went out there personally with our little microphones and did some stuff at the customer service station over there.
Okay.
Yes, it was nice. It was a nice day, so we figured we'd go outside. You might start seeing us do that. Bless you.
Excuse me, I lost it. I'm gonna keep scrolling. Wait. I don't remember who posted it.
It was Facebook, dude?
It was him right here.
Actually, for that question,
it's something about the
no, because Willie asked if is Tramel. Some people want to know if Tramel has a GoFundMe.
I think Nuke posted. I don't know where it's posted, but I think Nuke posted a GoFundMe for him.
Nope.
So he does have one.
I know he always posts a Progressive Action 100 for you to donate. I don't know if that's one of them, but I know you can donate to that one. Progressive Action 100 that he always posted. So I know that's one, but You can check back with us later. We'll definitely find out for you.
Here's a question. I refer to Pacheco. As per bylaws, I think to remove a VP from office, you need to be from that department. Is that true?
Yeah, I said that if we do a recall from the department, yes. But what I'm saying is that the entire union can turn out to say that they want him removed. According to bylaws, it is from per department, by the department.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any more questions you got?
Just let it end it up.
All
How
right.
you wrap it up? So
we'll wrap it up. So, huh?
Any last words?
Yeah, have any last words? That sounds like we're gonna put her to the chair
It's
or
time
something.
to shut it
You got
down,
any last
TW
words?
Local 100. It's time for us to really come together and shut it down. You know, it's time for us to understand that our livelihoods are on the line, especially those of us who are tier 6. We're the first tier that's going to retire in poverty. Come 2036, the first tier of unionized workers to retire in poverty will be tier 6. And if we want that to change, we have to get involved. We got to take back our union, and we have to get in position.
All right. We want to thank you for coming on. And you know, as always, if you anytime you want to come on the show, either one,
You're
hit us
always
up.
open. Doors always open for you, E.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
We wish you luck on your run for the presidency. I think that'll be a great look. You'll make history. And I was just busting your chops, actually, if you're ready for it. I know you are. I really think that'll be a great look for the GW. It might be. I think it's more than time to have.
Maybe that's what we need.
A woman to come in.
A woman's
clean
touch.
House. Yeah.
Yeah. Woman's touch to clean up.
Yeah.
That's
Clean this freaking place up.
So,
well, thanks again for joining us.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
Don't leave yet. We're gonna leave, but don't leave yet. So
Okay.
guys, I guess again, want to thank everybody that tuned in, everybody that commented. Ms. Byars could also always go through the comments and see what else you could respond to, because there was like a lot of comments being put through. And we hope to see you again. Again, like Blunt said, good luck to you. And
Thank
again,
you.
You're welcome anytime. And with that said, I'm Brooklyn Pete.
And I'm your boy Blunt.
And that's the end of our show.
Yep. Fuck them if they can't take a joke.
Good night, everybody.
Later.
Good night.